Are you like me? Are you compulsive about upgrades? Gavin here from UltimateReloader.com. In this video, I want to walk you through a very important upgrade to my Taurus PT 1911, and that is to install a drop-in suppressor-ready barrel. That's right. I'm looking forward to when I get my tax stamp for my Silencer Co. Osprey 45, and I thought that would be a great complement to this 1911. So, this Taurus has been, for the most part, good, although I did have a problem right off the bat. I put some factory round nose ammo, 45 ACP of course, into a magazine and then test chambered around and then tried to eject it. As the cartridge was swinging out of the way, it hit the ejection port. Which is interesting because this Taurus comes with a ton of upgrades from the factory, one of which is a lowered and flared ejection port. So I thought that was kind of funny. I had to do a little bit of pistol smithing on it. I also cut an enlarged dovetail with my milling machine, installed a fully adjustable rear sight, a straight post front sight. That was kind of custom. I did not like the straight 8 sights that it came with. Since then, it's performed really well. Overall, it's a great shooting handgun, but it is not suppressor ready. So I took a quick look at the aftermarket ecosystem for drop-in barrels, and I thought the Storm Lake, this is the performance pistol barrel for 1911. This is machined from 416R stainless. I thought this looked like a good value because it's match grade, it's got a precision fit bushing, and it should drop right into this PT 1911 without modifications. So here's what I thought we'd do. Let's run some jacketed bullets through the PT 1911 and some semi-wad cutters with the factory barrel on the ransom rest. I'll walk you all through the barrel upgrade and checks, and then we'll do some more testing with the Storm Lake barrel. So let's head over to the pistol bay and see how the factory barrel shoots. So I actually shot a whole bunch of groups, but I waited until the pistol settled into the ransom rest and I got groups that looked consistent and uniform. And what I ended up with for the factory barrel with the HORNADY 230 grain XTP load was 1.7 inches at 19 yards, and that was for 5 shots. And then with the semi-wad cutters, I had 1.347 inches at 19 yards. So the semi-wad cutters did a little bit better with the factory barrel compared to the jacketed bullets, which I thought was interesting. Now let me take you up close and personal through the process of doing the barrel swap and the checks. Then we'll head to the pistol bay again to test the outcome. So the first thing we want to do is check the firearm, drop the mag, pull the slide back, make sure we're clear. And then we're going to remove the bushing and the spring. And then we're going to move the slide back until our slide stop is aligned with the small notch. Push on the back side, remove the slide stop, slide the slide forward, remove the guide rod, and then we're going to push up a little bit on the barrel to remove the barrel. Okay, now we can take the Storm Lake barrel out of its packaging. It comes in kind of a nice case. And I'm going to set aside the factory barrel. We'll take off the thread protector and the bushing. Okay, now we want to test the fit of the Storm Lake barrel in the slide. What I'm looking at here are a few things. The width of the hood, the length of the hood. Is there clearance for the barrel to rotate in the slide? And is the hood bottoming out against the slide opening there where the ejection port is? And then with regard to the locking lugs, does the barrel pivot up into position and stay even parallel to the slide? It looks like we're good in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and do a test fit in terms of getting the rest of the assembly done here. Okay, so we're going to carefully align everything here. All right, so what I need to do is get the link in the down position, and then we're going to take the slide stop and get that through, get the little notch on the slide appropriately positioned. Okay, now it's going to be time to install the bushing. Okay. And we're going to look at the little locking lug here. Looks like we need to be right about there. And then we can use a special tool, the bushing tool, to get this installed the rest of the way. Helps with a different wrench to pop that into place. Install our thread protector. And then we can do a little bit of a test rack here. So far, so good. So the barrel dropped right in. What I'm curious about is how is it going to perform? So let's go back out to the pistol bay and see what kind of groups we're going to get. That's the one. Wow, I am really happy with how this Storm Lake barrel shoots. Let's take a look at the groups real quick. With the HORNADY 230 grain XTP load, 5 shots went into .842 inches at 19 yards. That's about a 50.5% decrease in the group size compared to the factory barrel. Awesome result there. And for the 200 grain semi-wad cutter load, 5 shots went into 1.053 inches. And at 19 yards, that was about a 22% reduction in group size. So we saw a better reduction with the XTP load. What does that mean? Well, I think I'm going to take this specific load and load a whole bunch of it because I've verified that this PT1911 with the Storm Lake barrel really likes that load. And that's the advantage of having the ransom rest is now I can test this stuff and really hone in on the best results, and then I know when I'm shooting I've got full confidence. I also wanted to make note that Ed Brown has an article on drop-in barrel fitting that I used to do those simple checks that I showed you when I did the barrel drop in. And what I'll do is, first link in the video description, I'll link to this article on Ed Brown's website in case you want to know more about how to check for a drop-in barrel fit, and then if you do need to make modifications, what those modifications would look like. Also in the full article, I'll have chronograph data for all of the loads tested. So I'm a happy guy. I can't wait to get my Osprey 45 and shoot it with a PT 1911. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have feedback on this Storm Lake barrel or your own experiences, please drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to GavintooB with notifications so you don't miss any of this gunsmithing, metalworking, shooting, reloading, testing and evaluation, all of it. Until next time, happy shooting and happy reloading.